Hey friends, it's Jana with J. Designed, where every project begins with possibility. I am here today for Miss Ink Stamps, and we're going to be creating another card that combines creativity, inspiration, and a fun few techniques that you can make your own. Whether you're crafting right along with me or just looking for ideas, I hope you leave feeling inspired to create something beautiful. Let's head on over to the craft table. Alright, today we are going to make a variation of this card, which features the Magnolia Die Set from Miss Ink Stamps, the Succulent Stencil, and the Oh Happy Day frame set. And the diamond one there is one I had just done as an example of using other Miss Ink stamps to make a really soft pastel background. So I'm going to get this laid down on my sticky mat, and I do use some mint tape to hold everything in place because I don't want that stencil to shift. The lines are so fine and it's such a beautiful stencil. I want to make sure that it stays right where it's supposed to be. And I'm going to go ahead and apologize right now. I have a very old camera. A new one is on the way, but the autofocus is out of control. So just bear with me. Just watch through the video, and I hope it's not too much of a pain. Anyway, I'm glad you're all here. This ink blending, I'm just using some kind of pastel shades of ink, which I think kind of go with the softness of the Magnolia that we're going to do, and as well as the Succulent. You know, it kind of gives that whole yoga meditation vibe. So we're just doing some blotchy ink blending. It doesn't even have to be perfect. It's just laying down some color, even overlapping colors to get new colors, where I put the pink and then the blue over the top gives this really soft purple. The yellow over the pink, I get a really soft orange. And here's the big peel and reveal. Isn't that beautiful? I love this stencil. It's one of my favorites. It just gives a really soft background. So I've used the Magnolia frames, and what I've done is I have cut it 3 times, all the pieces. So we are going to stack these up, and this is how we build our dimension, is just with layers of cardstock. And I just used white cardstock. That's all that's needed. This card has a lot of wow, but very limited as far as the supplies that you need to be able to duplicate this card. So I'm just gluing everything together. That's it. Get all my layers done. But then when you stack it together, it just comes alive. So I'm just doing some ink blending and basically just using kind of what's left on the brush. Some of them I want a little darker, so I went back to the ink pad for that. But this die set is so fun. So many ways you could use it. And I could have cut, just more singles and done, kind of some in the background and given some real texture to the card. But we're just doing one big focal image with this, and it comes together so beautifully. Miss Ink Stamps has quite a few other frame and standalone die sets. Make sure to check those out. All the links of the products I'm using are in the description box below. And you can use the code JMarieDesigned as well. These are my affiliate links. It just, helps me with a little extra, but it also gives Heidi a way to track and follow purchases and stuff. So click those and use those affiliate links. So we're even building up our leaves. There's only 2 little leaves. You could cut more. I just am using basically what came in the die set and cut everything 3 times. I do save all the middles. You'll see them up there in the corner for another project. They're pretty, and so I didn't want to throw those away. So there's lots of them left. I'm going to take some paste and just give it a little bit of shimmer and shine to just parts of it so that it stands out a little bit, but still keeps with that really soft, elegant feel of the card. I love using paste, and I just dabbed it on with my finger. That's it. That's all there was to it, and it's just a little teeny bit. So I'm going to use the stitched frame out of the Oh Happy Day die set. It's another one that's fantastic for just a standalone die set. It gives a really pretty stitched layer, and it's perfect. So let's build our magnolia. And I know down here in the South, magnolias are usually white, I think. Mine are pink and peach and yellow. But you know what? You can make it whatever you want. It kind of looks like a lotus flower, so we're going to go with with that vibe. I got a little crazy with the glue, and sorry again about the autofocus. I think it's trying to catch those little pieces, but just bear with me. So we get this all built up, all the glitter pieces, and we're getting there. We're getting close to the end. Not much to it. It's just dab and stack, build it up. You could add more layers to certain parts or less. You could, make multiples and kind of peek them out from behind as well, which would be really pretty. All right, so there we go. Let's get this on our background that we did. But look at that. See that dimension? Amazing. And I do add a really thin black border just to kind of help that background with those soft pastels really pop. I love just a tiny little black border. And then this white frame layer, I think, really adds to the elegance of the card. You could put, so many things in the middle, not use the flower, but just use the frame. Even on a scrapbook page would be fabulous. I love cards with dimension. Granted, it might cost a little more to mail this one. This one I would probably hand deliver to a special friend. So we're just going to kind of do a dry fit test run of how things are going to fit on here. And I really want the magnolia centered kind of within the frame. And then I'm just going to peek those leaves out from the side. And I think I love how that looks. Simple, but yet super elegant. So we're going to get this all glued down. And I do pull in a piece of craft foam to put in the middle. Again, just adding to the dimension, but also because there's 3 layers of cardstock on the leaves, and so I want that center to have some support. I use craft foam. It's cheaper than foam tape, and I just glue it down. It works perfectly. I can cut it to whatever shape I need. I can die cut it for shaker cards. It's fantastic. All right, so we get this in the middle, and we are good to go. I'm going to pull a sentiment from one of the other sets. It is the Magic Ghosties set, I think. Let me look real quick. Sorry. It is from Heart's Desire set. But the sentiment I thought went really well with the feel of the card. So we'll get this on our card base, and voila! We are done with a gorgeous, sparkly, but yet soft card with lots of dimension. So I hope you've enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching, and happy crafting!